Welcome to the Best 5-Minute Wine Podcast with Forrest Kelly.
It's not every day that we hear a story about a wine company being born out of a public storage unit, a U-Haul truck, and a whole lot of passion. Get ready. We've got a great ride. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Jake Kloberdanz, CEO and founder of One Hope Wine.
The Best 5-Minute Wine Podcast.
The web address is onehope.com, or is it onehopewine.com?
OneHopeWine.com. And you can also visit our flagship property at onehopewinery.com, which is more focused on our Napa property.
Let's start with a little bit about your background, and we'll get to all the accomplishments, and there are a lot of them. You didn't get there without having some kind of background that prepared you for that. So tell us about Jake.
My career starts right after I graduated Cal Berkeley. Really, my entrepreneurial journey started since I was a young kid, but we can dig into that a little bit later. But my first real corporate job was with the largest wine company in the world. And I started out in selling wine down in Newport Beach, which sounds really romantic, but I found myself in the back of grocery stores and Stater Brothers, Ralph's, things like that. And I would get there early and do manual labor with the team so I could get the best display spots to put my wine. And so that's my initial introduction into the wine industry, is merchandising and calling on 15 grocery store accounts and selling wine to them, mostly cheap wine and large volume wines ranging from Bartles and James wine coolers to Carlo Rossi to a handful of really good wines as well.
Did you have a hand in founding that or in starting it, buying it? How did you get there?
Yeah, so started the original company, like I said, April 2006. I get a call from one of my best friends from growing up, and her voice is quivering, and she shares the unfortunate news that she has blood cancer and is going to be starting treatment in the following week, and she wanted to be the person to tell me. And so I fly home to see her the next day, and I say, I've had this idea for 6 months and I've done nothing, and I'm going to get started tomorrow, and I'm going to start building this company while you're going through your fight with cancer. And I go back to Newport Beach, I incorporate the business. 15 weeks later, she's beat cancer and she's cancer-free. And I got the very start of the business, the first, crappy designs of labels, and had filed all the paperwork via winery, the ABC, and found a winemaker to make the first few pallets. And another year later, I'm driving the first 3 pallets down in a U-Haul truck and driving down to where I still live at the time in Southern California and load them up into a public storage unit. So that's the beginning of the overall business. And we were sourcing wine from anybody who would sell us their grapes and give us space to make the wine in early on. We didn't have a vineyard. We didn't have a winery. It's not until 2014, so flash forward from June 2007, I officially recognized as starting to sell wine out of that public storage unit. 7 years later, we've grown a bit, and we decided to take the leap to start a real estate and hospitality business that would give us the ability to buy this vineyard that had come onto the market. And it was in this ridiculous location with the most famous architect in Napa Valley history, blueprints and architectural plans to build a winery there. And I just thought, this is a generational opportunity. We have to figure out how to get it. And even though we couldn't afford it at the time, I had the idea to build kind of an old world co-op, if you will, take that model and apply it to the new world of Napa and buy and build out an amazing vision with a community of entrepreneurs and families that wanted to support this vision and also be a part and owner of the property itself.
You didn't get any pushback from the Valley, did you?
I didn't actually get that much, surprisingly. I think after I shared, how I got to where I have gotten to, and that I needed partners to be able to build out this project, and that I was going to build something that was about a small community owning something together versus a really wealthy tech billionaire or a big conglomerate, or something that has been passed down for 4 or 5 generations, which most of us aren't lucky about. I think it resonated. I think they actually bought into the idea of this innovative way that I was going to build this community. And at the same time, Napa's highly regulated. It's very hard to get a lot done here for good reason, because everything's about protecting the agricultural preserve here. It is hard and it is slow, and I did face some setback. There were definitely a few people here and there. But for the most part, the Napa Valley and the families here, including the Mondavi family, the Renteria family, the Staglin family, and a bunch of others really helped me as an ally and as an advocate for us. And so I'm thankful to the Napa Valley that they responded that way.
You made some pretty good progress right off the bat for a year, only taking you a year to be, loading up that U-Haul with wine, because as I can imagine, all the growers that are giving their grapes, selling their grapes, everybody wants their grapes. So for somebody new to come along, regardless of what your mission is, they're saying, get in line, buddy.
Exactly. It took a while on the supply chain side, and then it takes a while to build a brand that people trust and where they know what the values of the brand are, the people behind it, and have had an experience connected to it. And so it's definitely an uphill build and push to build any type of brand, let alone in the wine space.
The best 5-minute wine podcast.
Don't forget my favorite part.
Please like and follow. Oh.